Wow, guys, I am excited for this game at 1 o'clock. This is a game that, not a lot of people are going to be tremendously interested outside of me and maybe my followers or people that really love the Atlanta Falcons like I do. I like Atlanta because of Arthur Smith. I like this regime of Terry and Arthur. I didn't grow up a Falcons fan, but I really love this staff. I like Mariota, Desmond Ridder. I like that whole relationship, Kyle Pitts, and this team. And this is an underdog team that's projected to be one of the worst teams in the NFL, even though they won 7 games last year. They do lose Matt Ryan, who was a stable force, but I even think that Matt Ryan in a lot of games did not even play that well. In a lot of winnable games, like with the Bucs games. He was terrible in both Bucs games last year. So this is a huge game for Atlanta because then they go to LA in week 2, and they're going to be favored to lose. They're going to be underdogs there by a couple touchdowns, playing the defending champions, the Rams. This is a game at home. Last year at home was a terrible memory. Losing to Philadelphia, also a first-year coach, and just getting trampled on by the Eagles in a game that wasn't even close, making Jalen Hurts look like one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL, not being able to guard Dallas Goedert, red zone problems. I think this is a very low-scoring game. I think that the Atlanta defense can get after Jameis Winston a little bit. I know that the Atlanta defense isn't totally there yet. But I'll tell you, they're going to have to protect Mariota in this game. There can't be turnovers. The offensive line is going to have to block for Marcus. Kyle Pitts is going to have a really big game. And I think that I really do think, though, that the best way to win this game is for Atlanta's defense in this game to pretty much stymie Jameis Winston. Now, Winston last year, like the Saints, that's the thing. They're missing Sean Payton. Alvin Kamara is back at camp, and he's going to be fully healthy to go into this game. Jarvis Landry, I believe, is also a New Orleans Saint, but Michael Thomas has been injured. He hasn't been the same guy that he was several years ago. He had one amazing year where people think he was destined for stardom in the league. So it's a weird Saints team. They don't have Sean Payton. I don't think the Saints are going to be very good. I know they have good defense, but Dennis Allen is a completely new coach. And his only stop in the NFL as a head coach was a really failed job with the Oakland Raiders. Now, he has been with New Orleans for a while, but New Orleans didn't go anywhere outside to hire a replacement for Sean Payton, and I just think Sean Payton is one of the best, and I think that there's going to be a drop-off here. I like Atlanta to actually win this game. Maybe it's a bias in me, but I believe in the training camp. I believe in the process. We're going to find out a lot about this team, how they play New Orleans. This is a very important game, and then they're going to go out to LA, and they're going to be in Seattle, so they're going to be in California for a couple of weeks. The key in this game is obviously to get Pitts involved in the process. If Drake London can't go, that's going to hurt them, but then you're going to have Zacharias and Bryan Edwards have to carry the load for you. The defensive line's going to have to play well. A lot of the young guys are. But the guys that they still have A.J. Terrell in the secondary, so you still have some veterans that are going to come out there and that are going to compete. The Saints' defense is better. The roster of the Saints on defense is a lot better than the roster is for the offense. However, you look at these two rosters and the Falcons have a lot of unproven guys, but it's year 2 of Arthur Smith. It's year 2 in the system. So the rookies and the second-year guys are going to have to play their best. But you get this game in Atlanta, and this is a winnable game. I know that the team's going to improve as the season goes along, but I still think that this is winnable against New Orleans. I really do. At home, no Sean Payton. Jameis Winston could certainly turn the football over. I don't think he's that good of a quarterback. I think you can get to him. He's not very mobile or athletic outside of the pocket, so I really like this game for them. I wonder if Jared Benhart's going to play for the Falcons. I wonder if Drake London is going to be healthy. I know you're banking on a 21-year-old to win you a game. You look at this offensive line, though. Got Lindstrom, Hennessy, Jake Matthews. This O-line's going to work a little bit better. In terms of the running back position, you get Damian Williams from the Chiefs. You're going to be putting Tyler Algier into the game a little bit. So I think that running the ball, controlling clock, I think that this is going to be competitive because the Falcons like to play physical football. On the defensive side of the ball, Lorenzo Carter might be starting for this team, Rashaan Evans. Just looking at the linebacking core, and then you have Casey Hayward in the back end. You have A.J. Terrell, so Jalen Hawkins. I mean, this is a team that has some experience back there with Dean Pease in this defense. So it's going to come down to the Falcons' defense. If the Saints score on them, they have no chance. But if the Falcons' defense and running game keeps them in the game, they're going to have a really good chance. Like I told you, this is a big rivalry game. This is year 2. This is a huge little tone-setting game, and you're going to have a chance to be 2-1 if you win this game because you then have a Seattle game that's very in play for you. So I cannot wait for this game. I'm very curious to see how Atlanta does in this matchup out here and really see. I mean, I really want them to fight. And they had some impressive, gutsy wins last year on the schedule where they started to play good ball. And I really want to see if Arthur can put this together pretty early on in his tenure in his second year as a coach.